Yes, sometimes you get under a shitty leader, and I understand it's hard. It's hard to deal with that situation, but it does no good to get out here, undermine your leader, bitch and complain. That really doesn't do any good.
Saddle up. You're on the Lineman Life YouTube channel.
Good evening, Brother Lineman. Welcome back to another episode of the Lineman Life. We're still in these crazy times going on. Things are so different. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. I have never seen things change so rapidly and plans go awry. And literally, you can come to work in the morning, and by the afternoon, the work plans is changed like 3 times before you get to the afternoon. It's bizarre. But we're still out there, trying to keep the people's lights on, still out there plugging along. Here in Hawaii, we're still, under quarantine for the near future, or maybe even, we don't even know. May 1st at least, could go even longer than that. So, but we're hanging in there, keeping the lights on, keeping the lights burning. So this is going to be part 3 of the Lineman Ethos. If you don't know what the Lineman Ethos is, go down to the description and you can actually download a copy of it, and you can follow along as I'm talking about it. So here we go. We are leaders and followers. As a leader, when asked, I will step up and lead with humanity and serve the best interests of my followers. When I lead by example. I will always put the needs of my followers before myself. At some point, you're going to be a leader. It doesn't matter if you don't want to take a position in management. At some time, you're going to be a leader because there's going to be apprentices coming in. If you're a lineman, you're going to be leading those apprentices. If you're, the foreman of a crew, you're going to be leading the whole crew and those linemen. So at some point, you're going to be a leader as a lineman. And as a leader, you have to do what's best for the guys who are following you. You kind of got to give up your ego a little bit, because it doesn't work to get out here and try to boss people around. I'm number one in charge. That kind of thing doesn't work anymore. I got a lot of that back when I first came in, where everybody was, autocratic. I'm in charge. They don't tell you anything. This is what we do. But that doesn't work anymore. You've got to look out for your followers now and lead them, and give up, give up your ego and do what's best for them. That's the sign of a good leader, somebody who puts their followers before their self. And the opposite, as a follower, I will endeavor to support my assigned leader to the best of my ability. I will afford him the same respect that I would ask others to afford me. I understand there will be times when I don't agree with my leader. On these occasions, I will communicate my concerns to my leader and seek to better understand their directives. I will refrain from putting my leader in a bad light. Yes, sometimes you get under a shitty leader, and I understand it's hard. It's hard to deal with that situation, but it does no good to get out here, undermine your leader, bitch and complain. That really doesn't do any good. It's better to try to understand. Go to your leader, find out why, ask him why he's making these certain directives if you don't agree with it or you don't understand it. That's the best, that's the best way to get through it. I've had a couple leaders that I didn't really care for, but I just kind of, went with the flow. If I really didn't understand something, or, if I thought he was being a jerk or whatever, pretty much I just would pretty much just deal with it, because it doesn't do any good to talk to the other guys and undermine this guy, and it really doesn't make the situation any better. It's best to have some communication with the leader that you don't agree with, and try to come to some kind of understanding of what he's trying to get across if you don't agree with it. As a lineman, I have a duty to the public to protect their safety and work to keep the grid up and running even in times of adversity. I don't take this duty lightly, and I accept the responsibilities placed on me to come to work when needed to get the power back on. There could be adversity That's what we're going through right now, adversity. We're sometimes going to work if there's trouble. We're going out there and doing some jobs. Every now and then we have to interact with people. That's adversity. We're putting our health at risk while we're out here trying to do our job. That is part of the, that's just part of the business. That's what you signed up for, or that's what you're going to sign up for when you become a lineman. There's going to be times when there's certain things you don't want to be out here. You don't want to be out here in a big storm. You don't want to be out here when your family's sitting at home and a hurricane's coming and they're asking you to come to work. Those are times of adversity. And if you're a lineman, you're going to have to deal with those situations because it's going to happen. And you've got to be able to, or you really got to understand that there's going to be some hard times come along. And you're going to have to deal with the fact that you are a lineman. But the one good thing is, at least we're out here and we're getting paid. We could be, I'm thankful every day that I'm not like the other people that are sitting at home, no paycheck. They can't pay their rent. They can't buy food, stuff like that. That's the situation you don't want to be in. So every day, I'm thankful, even though my health is at risk, that I get to get up and go to work every day. I'm thankful for that. Money is not always the biggest factor in my decision to come to work. I will always do my part to answer the phone and be fit for duty, even though it might not always be convenient for me and my family. I will work with humility and not seek extra reward or recognition for my actions other than knowing I perform my assigned duty. Money is a factor while we're out here, but money is not always the greatest factor while we're here. Again, this all ties into, the public. We are needed. We are essential to be out here to provide service, to make sure people, their lights stay on. That's what we're here for. Many times I've rolled out of my bed 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I hated every minute of it, but it's something that comes along with the job. You don't have to like it. You do get paid for it. Sometimes it's not worth what you get paid to come out here. But that's just something that we all sign up for as a lineman. When the lights go out, no matter what the problem, adversity, whatever it is, we are expected to come out here, go to work, get the power back on. I'm loyal to my fellow linemen. I will always seek to support my brothers on and off the job. I will endeavor to pass the knowledge taught to me by my senior linemen down to those that now seek my knowledge. My training is never complete, and I will always be open to learning. Even though I will not always like everyone, I will remain professional in my actions towards other linemen. We are a brotherhood. You're not going to find a better friend than the lineman that you work with. Yes, sometimes there's people that you don't like. There's sometimes people that I don't like. But we all have to remain professional and work together. I used to have a vice president who used to always said, you don't have to love them, but you got to work with them. And what he meant by that was, if you get out there and you want to act up and don't want to get along, he would actually get rid of people. Or I've had the supervisor who, sometimes guys come and say, oh, I can't work with that person. I can't work on the crew with him. The first thing they would do is put those two guys that didn't get along on the same crew. So you got to get along out here. You got to remain professional. It's just another part of this job that you have to deal with. Got to be professional, even with people you don't like. And the last paragraph, many linemen have come before me and upheld these standards and traditions that I'm being asked to uphold. The legacy of linemen before me is now dependent on me. I put that statement in there because even though people have changed, and the industry has changed somewhat as far as equipment. We've got better equipment now. Different things have changed. The core traditions of lineman, brother's keeper, watching out for each other, getting the lights back on, those things have not changed, and those probably will never change into the future. That's one of the things that's held us together for all these decades. I see a lot of young guys coming in today, and man, they are just as good, or maybe even better than some of the guys that I used to work with or I've seen. They're smarter. They've got more training. They're physically stronger. It's just most of the guys I see coming in today are definitely going to help us carry these traditions in this lineman ethos well into the future. And I'm going to be hanging around here another couple of years maybe, but it's almost time for me to hang it up myself. But I feel good about where linemen in general are going. That wraps it up for the lineman ethos. Again, if you'd like to download a copy, go to down to the description. You'll be able to download a copy of it where you can print it out. It's a PDF. You can post it in your room. You can post it on the bulletin board. You can do whatever you want to. Put it on your phone. Also have a lineman slang dictionary there that's got 300 or 400 terms of all the crazy terms that we use out here on the job. Some of them are pretty trashy, but that's how we talk. That's the language of linemen. So go get it. Download a copy of either one of those. I appreciate everybody that writes me, sends me emails. Appreciate everybody puts the comments in on my YouTube channel. I was looking at my stats and I noticed that there's hundreds and hundreds of people that watch these videos and they're not subscribers. So if you get a chance, you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I got some more episodes floating around in this brain here. I got plenty of time sitting at home to come up with stuff during this situation we're all in now. And they will be coming out. So again, appreciate everybody listening. Keep safe. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. Aloha.